Next up on the list is the Anthros V2. So this is going to be a change mostly in the backrest and in the seat, which I think are two significant changes, especially for comfort specifically. They actually widened and lengthened the seat out, flattened it too, so it's not quite so contoured. Still has those nice cutouts underneath the seat, which give you a lot of comfort and support where it doesn't feel like you're bottoming out, and they actually made these pads a little bit bigger. I like that because they were really kind of pokey almost before, where it didn't feel like a full back. So I really like the chair. One thing I'd love to see to even get it up higher is going to be these arm pads. I still don't love the shape on this. I'd like to see them flattened out a little bit more and just give you a little bit more usable space. My arms kind of slip off the sides. I'm not sure where the other guys are, but yeah, I'm an A on this.
So I'm going to be slightly behind Greg on this one. I'm going to be right at a B+. I think that it's a comfortable chair, definitely in the seat, and the backrest padding is comfortable for sure. I think that it's just missing on two key components for me personally, one seat depth adjustment and two back height adjustment. The position of the backrest kind of makes me have to hunch my back a little bit. I wish that I could adjust the height just a tad bit, and I think it would feel a little bit more supportive. But in terms of the padding, super comfortable, and it does flex with you, so however you move, it will move with you, which I do really like. And then the seat is super unique. With those cutouts, the thick design, you're not going to find that in any other ergonomic chair, but I wish it did have seat depth adjustment so that I didn't have to use the pelvic support as my seat depth adjustment, and I could just use the chair the way that it's kind of meant to be used. I don't think that the arms are a huge detriment. I do think that they could be softer. The recline isn't my favorite compared to all the other high-end chairs, but I still think it's comfortable overall, so I'm going to be at a B+.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same way where I have to use that pelvic support to kind of determine where my seat depth is going to be, and then I wonder if I lose a little bit of the overall adjustability because of that. But again, a huge improvement with the new pads and the new style of this. I like how it has that more open backrest, but yet now with the newer version, the pads are a little bigger, so you do have a little more of that upper back support. Very comfortable chair. I'm going to give this a B+, so we'll average out to a B+.
The Herman Miller Embody is a chair that I've had in S tier basically since we got the chair in. I should say the gaming version of it, not the standard version. The gaming version is a little bit different, but this is going to be like the Fern for me. I'm going to drop this one from the historic S tier that I've had on this thing down to an A+. And the reason being, again, there's another chair out there that I think is more comfortable in every single aspect as this one. And when I just think about the chair, my willingness to use it compared to other chairs, and the drawbacks that it does have, I mean, the lumbar support can be a little bit pokey. The seat isn't super flexible and can be kind of wonky with the seat depth adjustment. I can't keep this one in S tier. I got to bring this one down to an A+.
This was kind of the first chair I ever sat in that was one of these high-end office chairs. I loved it right away, and then, we bring in all these other chairs, and then you got to figure out how does it rank. For me, I'm still at a S tier here, and actually, it kind of went up because we have that Atlas headrest on there, so adding the headrest brings it even further up for me. A lot of people have talked about the shoulder roll issue up at the top. I never find this to be a big issue because I just kind of dial back the back angle, and that kind of fixes it, and then, again, adding that headrest kind of keeps a little bit of extra pressure off the top of the back for me. I love the arms, the big wide pads, and I kind of like the lack of adjustability because it makes them really solid. Going to be an S for me.
Yeah, I mean, unlike Ryan, I'm actually going the opposite way that Ryan went on this one, and I think it's more of a peer pressure thing. Everybody loves this chair, and I've been giving it an A+ for absolutely ever because of that shoulder roll. However, I'm going to go and bump mine up here. It's ridiculously comfortable. The seat's insane. The armrests are massive, again, and they accommodate what you would normally get from like depth adjustment, all the range that you need to have good support. I get great support in this chair. I'm going S tier on this one. So Ryan dropped it down, I increased it up. It actually ends up staying right at S tier. The first time that this has been on the comfort list, the Libernovo Omni, not to be confused with the Liver King, very close in how it sounds. This chair is actually quite incredible when it comes to comfort. I was actually the first one. I know Robert uses this chair the most in the office, but I was the first one to actually get the chance to try this out. I love the seat pad on this. If you like a thick seat pad, it's got this 3 different density levels, nice and soft in the front, medium in the middle, and it's the firmest towards your tailbone. Gives you really great support. The only thing is it gets a little bit hot. Same thing in the backrest. It's got that ridiculous cush. The headrest is definitely S tier. I like the armrests a lot because they're so adaptive. Now, the only thing I'll say with this chair, the reason why I don't give this one an S tier is because the softness of the seat. I know I said it's a great thing, but for me, I just get way too hot in this chair. So if you're someone who overheats, I could see that being a problem. Otherwise, incredible lumbar support, super adjustable armrest. And this thing is like the most deep recline out of any chair that you're going to find that's not a gaming chair. So like if you want to kick back and really relax with this one, you're going to get it. So I'm going to go A tier on this.
Yeah, if we're just looking pure comfort on this chair and we just remove all the questions about the extra things that have been added and the newness of the company, I think that it's very difficult to find a chair in this price range that's going to be just more comfortable. As soon as you sit in the chair, it's almost like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting to feel that amount of softness everywhere. Like the headrest is soft, the backrest is soft, the seat is soft. For me, you do sink in a little bit too much on the seat, but definitely not the headrest or the back, but you still get that soft feeling. It's crazy flexible, so you can move around, very, very adjustable. The only reason that I would not put this in S tier for comfort is simply because the armrests don't adjust well enough for me to use it with my mouse the way that I use my computers. But this chair is insanely comfortable, especially for the price that they're charging for it right now. I'm going to be at an A+ on this one for comfort.
Yeah, so it's kind of rare to find an actual thicker padded seat or backrest that still has the flexibility, but the Libernovo kind of manages to do it, and that's one of the reasons why I just really love this chair. Again, it has that kind of narrow backrest, similar to maybe like the Embody, where you do have that support in your middle back, and then it also has the openness to be able to flex. I'm sitting in one right now here. Greg's showing you how that traction stretch mode works. Personally, I don't really use it as where it's just running back and forth, but it does have that nice ability to move it into the position you like and then leave it there. So headrest, also great padding on there and great adjustability to get it in the right spot. So for me, if you couldn't tell already, I'm going to put this in S tier. When we put together my S and 2 A's, we are at an A+. If you want to see how we rank all of the most popular chairs, head over to BTODtv to see our full office chair tier list. Click the link in the description.